What's up? Basically, a lot of people don't take the time to realize is I'm a handsome dude with good qualities and also bad qualities. Uh, I'm understanding. I may be elusive at times. I may be an asshole sometimes, but I'm a good man. I mean well by it. I can be, yes, I'll admit, I'm very egotistic about my selfies on Facebook. I'm not going to lie. And sometimes when some people tell me that, I brush them off and I do kind of take it personally. And I do get insecure about it. I'm not going to lie. We all have different ways of expressing ourselves, you know. But whenever someone opinionates on it, some of us take it personally as if like, okay, you should be worrying about yourself instead of worrying about other people. But then their argument is, if I'm worried about this person, why are you out there worrying about what everyone else is saying? The people that worry about stuff really, it's unconstitutive because, like, okay, so you can sit there and talk about something about me, but when I say something back to you about something about yourself, people get wound up, and they're like, oh, that's not me. Oh, I don't do that. Yeah, you do. You just sat there and contradict yourself, you know? And it's something that people get misconstrued about, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's constituted for them to feel like, okay, like, sorry, I'm big words. I like to say big words. You are deficient in what you don't believe. You down yourself for what you don't need, and you bring up yourself for things that all of a sudden to you need it, that you want to need at that moment. There's a big difference between want and need. Want is something that doesn't stay that long, and need is something that will stick with you. It will stick with you right here in your chest, in your heart, you know? And it's something that a lot of people don't really respect or get because they're so worried about what's about them that they fail to take the time and realize, okay, it's not that serious. You guys are taking it way too personally and you guys are getting upset over nothing. And it's like, people, like, really grow up. We're all over 18. Most of us are all over 18, and we are held accountable for our own responsibilities. And it's up to you to either take it or you just ignore it. You ignore it, it increases, it induces, it just goes to the highest amount. And a lot of people, I can't lie, a lot of people can't handle it. They have so much on their plate that they can't finish it in one bite. It would take days to finish the meal, as I once said before. This is the first time I'm saying that. It's the truth, you know. And reason why people get insecure about that kind of thing is because they feel like their ego was challenged. They get really kind of disgruntled about it. They can't take it very well. And with all the needs of the world, they take it personally. They let it get to their heart. They let it get to them. They let it get to their core. And once they get in your core, they can do whatever they want, and you get away with it. So the only real piece, you can't piss them. You can't say you pissed them. You can't say they pissed them off. The only person I once heard in this saying, the only person you can blame to get mad is yourself. You can't blame other people for pissing you off. That's what's messing up in this world. One of the main things we're messing up in this world is not them pissing you off. It's yourself believing what they say, and you take it in a agitative way or infuriating way, and you should not be letting that junk bother you. I'll admit, I have a lot of things that bother me, and then there's some things that don't bother me, the little things, you know, something that can get addressed later on. And I'm a straightforward guy. I like to get to the point right then and there. And if I don't get to the point right then and there, then Lord, so be it. Like, it'll be done eventually. I don't like to sit there and worry about things that are insignificant to me. But when someone brings something up like that, It's like, okay, like, really? What's your problem? Like, I'm trying to be civil about it, and you keep acting insecure about something that you have no control over. When people get like that, it just goes to show you how much ignorance is in this world. And people got to understand that it's not really that serious. I've been told that many times by my mom, my friends, my bosses, my coworkers, and my closest friends. They all say the same thing. It's not that serious. It's really not. People will take it that way. Now I will honestly say I'm severely insecure in some areas. Like, for instance, like when I work out a lot, I do take a lot of selfies. Okay. But some of those selfies are something that remind me of the good stuff in life. Okay. I may be an inconsiderate, kind of greedy kind of person, selfish, but I do have a heart. I have a heart and soul that gives out to those who need my advice or need help. Now, some of the situations they have in their life that I can't help them with, they talk to me about it, and I'm comprehensive with it. I accept it. Because sometimes you don't know what people go through during the day. Maybe they're going through the same thing you're going through at that time. And you're afraid or they're afraid to explain themselves or to talk about it. Because in this type of society now, what you're going through, people are all about themselves. You talk to them about a problem, they'll ignore it. Or they won't answer, or they will turn they'll turn head against you and keep walking. That's why a lot of people in this world now, or in society now, that don't give a flying crap about their friends, in all interest in all interest themselves. They like to think about, oh, this person's mad about something, let's leave them alone, or pick at something. Okay, the real reason why people in this society get riled up mainly is because they act like they have no one to turn to. They act like they have no one to turn to. They don't have no one to turn to. They can't go back on what they say. They're basically acting like children because they can't get what they want. And when you can't get what you want, it's something that bothers you. And when it bothers you, you need to take a moment to think about. Is this something, what's that, Chaz? When it's something that serious and you know you can't control it, why react to it? You know, I have had several situations where I got insecure about something and I got in a physical confrontation over it. And it's over something I had no control over. And ever since then I regret it. Like, there was this one kid I known basically all my life. He used to pick fights with me. He used to bother me a lot. He used to spit in my face. He was being a bully. And with somebody that is younger than them, the younger people get bullied by people that are not even that much older than them. Like the kid I had to deal with, he was a bully. He mostly picked on me because I let his words get in my head. All right? I allowed his words to get in my head. So what I ended up doing was every day he would mess with me about something, like how I look, my hair, me being bald, me having glasses. Here's how I took it. The reason why people insult you for what you have is because they're scared to go get it themselves. So they rather attack how you manage your health and wealth. And they try to get you to the point where, okay, they challenged me or I challenged him. What can I get from that? People are always fighting for an answer or for a reason. And the reason being is because a lot of people don't understand, stuff like that. And that's what this kid was doing. I'm calling him a kid because he acted like a kid. And with me having all this cool stuff, mind you about the fact that, okay, mind you, the fact that when you're out chilling with your friends and somebody comes up and says something to you in a negative way, and I have this thing happen to me out in public. Okay, this happened to me one time. I was actually sitting there chilling about something, and they decided to take it personally, and he would bother me all the time. He got mad at me and got really wound up about it. And I said something to him. He got mad at me and he started picking on me. One day he pushed me out of my desk. I didn't hit my head. I caught myself and I hit my elbow. I actually hit my elbow on the ground and it hurt like the Dickens. And then I went back and I spat in his face. And me doing aggravated assault, he slapped me across the face, and before I went to go hit him back, the teacher got in front of me and told me to go to the office. And they talked to him, and they told him to apologize to me, but he didn't do it. That goes to show you how inconsiderate and insecure people are. You challenge them in front of them, they feel threatened, and they take their threat towards you, and they basically try to expose you for it. They try to get to rule you out, but when you give them reaction, they got in your core. And my boss used to always tell me, you give them the core, they get inside your core, they mess up or screw up your day. But it's your job to either take it or react to it or ignore it. What you should do is ignore it. Everybody has an opinion, take it as a fact, and let it go. Opinions are not measured by the truth. It's what you personally think. Opinionating has nothing to do with it being truthful, or falsified. An opinion is something that you think about. The truth is something that will hit you in your core, if you don't know how to take it properly. You got to find a way to not let that bother you. I've had situations where, in this case, the dude basically was a bully. He pushed me out of the chair. Okay, I got back up and went to go smack him. But I couldn't because the teacher got in front of me. If the teacher didn't get in front of me, then something bad would have happened. And it would have been to me. So as we got older, towards middle school, he started bothering me again. And for some dumb reason, he decided to get wound up about something he had no control over, and I told him I was going to fight him. Well, we got into it. Not saying what exactly happened. Let's just say it was a good fight I got into. And that was the last fight I got into for a while. The last fight I got into within a while. It brought the best out of both of us. But after that one fight, I decided, you know what, quit it. I'm going to quit it. Because nowadays, you fight now, people are going to take it so personally that they'll try to cap you. And the world is changing to the point where they're getting done with fighting, they're going to shoot your ass and you get away with murder. It's not the people that use the gun that kills people. It's the gun itself. People get that misconstrued terribly. The person with the gun is insane, but when they shoot it, it's the gun, not the person holding the gun. People will never get that. They never will. They'll never understand. And when you don't understand, when you don't comprehend something like that, you take it personally. You get mad. You get wound up. Don't let what everybody does to get you riled up, don't let it get to you. If you do, you're going to have a hard time realizing what's really important. Bye.